Can you tell us a little bit about this new and improved version of Red Nose Day for this year?
Well, listen, as you probably know, Red Nose Day is an annual campaign that raises funds and awareness to help end child poverty. This year, things are different, right? In previous years, my daughters and I would look forward to going into Walgreens, making a donation, and then getting our red noses. Well, because of COVID-19 and we're all most of us are, adhering to the stay-at-home orders, Walgreens very smartly thought, let's make a digital red nose. So they created a filter. You go to walgreens.com/red nose day. You can donate to the charity. And then that unlocks the filter that then you can use as much as you want. Share your pictures on social media using, the hashtag Red Nose Day and, tag Walgreens. And then you can spread awareness. And we're all just going to try to come together and raise as much money as we can this year for these children's charities, to help keep kids in this country safe and fed and healthy in this time.
That filter is so cute.
My daughters are loving it.
You mentioned that you and your daughters used to go in person to do this. Why do you think it's important for people to still do it now while they're staying at home?
Well, I think for many people, I think that we've been all looking for ways that we can help those in our communities and around the country who are struggling, because I think that we understand the reality that for so many Americans right now, this situation is very dire and difficult. And especially for those who are the most vulnerable, kids. And the difference between this year as opposed to previous Red Nose Days is that 100% of the money this year is going to be going to help organizations that are, helping kids that are directly affected by the COVID crisis. And I think that, look, it's an overwhelming time for everyone. I'm sure people feel like they're getting asked to donate to a lot of different causes. But this is something that's so easy and fun to do that, the minimum donation is $1. Obviously, any amount is appreciated. And I think if we all are able to just, do this from the comfort of our own homes and donate as much as we can, we'll raise a lot of money for these organizations that are helping to address the very real and growing needs of children and families in our country.
And then just to switch gears a little bit while I have you here, I have to admit,
Sure.
I was a huge fan of your show. I watched it.
Thank you.
It was amazing. And I think it was really powerful since you were one of the only women to have a late night show at that time.
Yeah.
That was made.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how have you been able to adjust to these stay-at-home orders and work from home?
It's been difficult for me a little bit, I think, in the way that it's been difficult for a lot of working parents that I know. And I think that, look, I'm just trying to do the best I can. And my first priority, especially in the early weeks of the stay-at-home orders, were to make sure that my kids were settled and felt secure and safe. And so, I got to be honest, my industry is a little bit up in the air right now. I don't know what filming is going to look like. I don't know when we're going to be going back to those kinds of things. But I had a lot of things that I was working on that were sort of in process, and all of that we're still working toward it. We're just having to make changes on the fly, and then also people have to be understanding of the fact that, like, most days, I'm making an exception today because I really believe in raising money for Red Nose Day with Walgreens, but most days I'm going to be doing school with my kid until at least noon, and then like, it's a lot of time with my children and taking care of the house and making sure that everything is set up and organized and that they're doing their work and they feel okay,
Yeah, but you're still trying to push this good cause at the same time.
Yes. Well, I think it's so important too. There have just been three things that I've focused on in this time, which is, my kids and their schoolwork and their lives, making sure that they're okay and entertained and challenged and all those things. And then trying to do a little bit of my own work, but then really like more than even my own work, making sure that I can find ways to use my platform and my privilege to give back to people who are just really, really finding themselves in a tricky situation and a tough situation right now. And so, that's been a priority for me for the last 2 months. And I'm proud to partner with Walgreens for Red Nose Day. I'm happy to support World Central Kitchen, and personally been, donating to all kinds of charities that are providing help for those in need who've found themselves out of work or been furloughed from their jobs, both here locally in Los Angeles and then also across the country. So we're just, we're all trying to do the best we can, I guess.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Vizzy. And where can people find information if they want to donate to Red Nose Day? One more time.
For sure. I would encourage you to do it. It's super fun to get that filter. Walgreens.com/Red Nose Day. $1 is the minimum donation. Any amount is appreciated, and 100% of the money goes to help kids in need right now. So it's a great cause, and I really hope people will check it out.
All right. That was perfect. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Have a great one.